Hey everyone, it's me, Matt. Welcome back to my channel. As always, I hope you're all doing great, and I hope you're ready to garden with me today because we're back at my friend's house and we're going to completely refresh all the containers on her front porch. So let's get into it. So spinning you around this house and front porch probably look familiar to some of you. I've done a few videos over here over the last year or so. I planted up these porch containers in the fall of 2023 and then again just last summer. And I'm really excited to be back over here today to give this front porch yet another refresh with a bunch of flowering plants. So before I go over all the beautiful plants I picked up for today's project, let me quickly go over how I prepped all the containers for new plants. So I started by removing all the old plants, and then I went ahead and changed out all the old soil in these containers with some new Miracle-Gro potting mix. As you've probably heard me say in the past, flowering plants are heavy feeders and definitely benefit from new potting soil when they're planted in. So for this container refresh project, the main goal is to have spilling plants cascade out of the taller gray containers. And then for the shorter black containers, my friend wants plants with a more upright vertical growth habit that will grow as tall as the gray containers, creating a sort of living wall around the edge of her front porch. So looking at all the beautiful plants now, you can see I've picked up quite the selection to achieve that living wall look. And the best part, all of these plants perform really well in Florida's fall, winter, and spring months. So starting with the spilling plants for the taller gray containers, I picked up some Supertunia Vista snowdrift plants. These are a petunia hybrid grown by Proven Winners, and like I just mentioned, they're one of the best flowering annuals to plant this time of year in Florida. I've talked about Supertunias before, and I know a lot of you are familiar with them too. These plants have a very vigorous growth habit, and they bloom pretty much nonstop. They make excellent container plants, and they also work really well planted in ground as a ground cover. The next plant variety I picked up are these Superbenas sparkling amethyst plants. These are a verbena hybrid also grown by Proven Winners. Similar to the Supertunias, they've got a very vigorous growth habit. They also do well as spill plants in containers and in ground as a ground cover. And best of all, they've got these beautiful bicolor white and purple flowers that pair really well with the white Supertunia snowdrift plants. And then the last plant variety I picked up for the gray containers are these wire vines. These plants are a creeping ground cover and they also do really well as spill plants in containers. They can bloom, but they're typically grown for their glossy green foliage. I really like including wire vines in container arrangements because they've got beautiful texture, making them a really good accent plant. Turning our attention now to the plants for the shorter black containers, I picked up all of these white Sunpatiens. These plants are an impatient hybrid, giving them the ability to thrive in full sun. Impatiens typically only do best in shaded areas, but not the Sunpatiens. They can take direct sunlight. These plants will bloom pretty much year-round, and they're a perennial here in Zone 10, Florida. These plants also get huge with their upright vertical growth habit, growing up to 36 inches tall and 18 to 24 inches wide. And then lastly, I can't forget about the white ceramic container. I'll be using one of the Supertunia Vista snowdrift plants for this pot. I'm telling you, this Supertunia is going to put on so much size, it's going to cascade over the sides and completely cover this container. Also, I did want to say, although these flowering plants do best in Florida's fall, winter, and spring months, they are cold sensitive and should be protected if temperatures dip below 40 degrees. My friend actually has a frost cloth and she'll be able to pull all these plants in under her front porch and cover them in the event we get some really cold nights this winter. So now on to my favorite part. Let's get all these plants planted in the containers. There we go. These containers are all planted in. I really love how they turned out. Looking closer at one of the gray containers, you can see I've got a white Supertunia snowdrift in the center, flanked on either side by a Superbena sparkling amethyst plant, and then I tucked the wire vines in on the very ends. Looking at one of the black containers, you can see how I did a mass planting of the white Sunpatiens. And then I'm also loving the simplicity of the single Supertunia plant in the white ceramic container, and I can't wait for this container to be a ball of white flowers. So taking a step back, I think this whole plant combination turned out better than I expected. I love all the bright colors and how all the plants really pop against the dark colored house. When it comes to watering, my friend is going to hand water these plants for the first week or so, and then I'll be back over here in early January to hook them up to drip irrigation. I probably won't film that process, but if you're interested in learning how to install drip irrigation, I'll link a step-by-step video I made a few months back in the video description for reference. Overall, all of these plants like consistent soil moisture and should be watered about every other day depending on rain. And if it's windy, they should be watered more frequently because wind tends to dry container plants out faster. When it comes to pest control, I proactively sprinkled some Captain Jack's bug and slug killer in these containers since slugs and snails can be problematic this time of year in Florida. As many of you know, this is my favorite organic pest control product, and I'll definitely link it in the video description for reference too. And then really quick, when it comes to fertilizing, the Miracle-Gro potting mix I used is supposed to feed for about 6 months. But in about 3 weeks, I'm going to have my friend start a weekly application of all-purpose water-soluble fertilizer. Like I said previously, all these flowering plants are heavy feeders, and the water-soluble fertilizer will help provide the added nutrients so that these plants continue to bloom all season long. So giving you one more look at this front porch, I'm thrilled with the end result, and I can't wait for my friend to see it because I know she's going to love it too. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you can hang out with me in future videos. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.